Hi, 7th grade. I'm here to guide you through Lesson 3.4, Rock Transformations. This may actually be the last Rock Transformation Amplify lesson that we do, because I know we all want to move forward to plate tectonics. So let's start with the warm-up. I think this warm-up is pretty easy. So you have 50-50 shot here. You have an uplifting plate, which is plate B. You have a subducting plate, so it's going down, plate A. So plate A is going down, plate B is going up. So if plate A is going down, is it exposed to energy from Earth's interior, or is it exposed to energy from the sun? Just use your common sense. And plate B is uplifting. So will it be exposed to energy from Earth's interior, which will melt it, or will it be exposed to energy from the sun, which will weather it? So make sure to hand that in. And let's move forward. Actually, skip part 2. There's nothing you can really write in part 2. That's more of students talking to each other if we were actually in school. Part 3, we're finally figuring out this mystery that we talked about a long time ago, remember, with the kids in the classroom. So I'll read this letter from Dr. Jackie. The diagram below will help you determine if the sediment that formed the Great Plains from the Rocky Mountains... Sorry, let me start over. The diagram below will help you determine if the sediment that formed the Great Plains from the Rocky Mountains, or if the magma that formed the Rocky Mountains came from the Great Plains. Notice the location of the plate boundary in the image below. If the plates moved, which rock formation would be subducted and which rock formation would be uplifted? I look forward to receiving your final reports. So, one plate is dark gray here. Clearly this is being subducted, so it's going under. You can see it's going under. And the other plate is this light gray. And that should be uplifted, because when they collide, one is going up and one is going under. So the dark gray is going under, the light gray is going up. So both the Rocky Mountains and the Great Plains are on an uplifting plate. Now, it doesn't say it here, but something you should remember is that the Rocky Mountains, I believe, are igneous rock, and the Great Plains are sedimentary rock. So now we have to figure out a scientific argument. You also can skip this. You can skip part 2. You can skip the little part 2 bubble in section 3. So let's just go straight to the scientific argument, which is not easy. So you have to choose one of 2 claims. Either the sediment that formed the Great Plains came from the rock of the Rocky Mountains. Let's think about that one. I always go back to the picture. Is it possible that the sedimentary rock, which came from sediment, came from the Rocky Mountains? Is it possible that if this plate is uplifted, that it would be exposed to the sun and weather, which would create sediment from the Rocky Mountains, and that would kind of erode or move downhill to the Great Plains once it was kind of pushed up because of these plates colliding? I like that one, but let's look at the other one too. The magma that formed the Rocky Mountains came from the rock of the Great Plains. This one is also possible. You can also make an argument for it. I think this is saying it's kind of the opposite of the last argument. So if, let's actually read it again. the magma that formed the Rocky Mountains, because it's igneous, came from the rock of the Great Plains. So, if the rock from the Great Plains goes underneath, it would melt into magma. If it gets close enough to the mantle, it's going to melt into magma, and then that magma, I guess, could cool into the igneous rock of the Rocky Mountains. So you just have to decide which of those arguments you like better, and remember to pick a claim, give evidence from the picture, and use reasoning. This is not the easiest argument ever, since I kind of accelerated it because I want to finish rock transformations. So do your best, have at least 3 sentences, claim, evidence, reasoning for your argument.